court of law. Under section 20, his confession, Ramur's confession is admissible in court of law or not. Under section 27 and 29 of Indian Evidence Act shows that I would like to explain the section. Section 27 reads as Section 27 starts with the word provided. Exception to Section 24 and Section 25 of Indian Evidence Act. This section is based on the view that the fact is actually discovered in consequences of information given some guarantee is afforded thereby that the information was true and accordingly can be safely allowed to be given in evidence. But clearly, the extent of the information admissible must depend on the exact nature of the facts discovered, to which such information is required to relate. Means, Your Honor, Sir Ramur, the driver of the accused number, co-accused, give confession on this case, and that the whole case is depend on the confession. So this confession is.
Counsel, we are trying to get some clarity. What you are submitting is pursuant to the confession, whatever was confessed was found. The articles were found, and therefore the confession becomes admissible. Is that what you are saying?
What's the
pardon? Say whatever.
That co-accused, that is Ramur Pai, driver of Maharani, he confessed all the facts. We added some facts because of confession. The whole case is driven on the confession, so we added some facts. And the confession is that Sujay Khanna strangulated to death of Reena, and Maharani and Sujay Khanna helped the co-accused, that is Ramur Pai, and he is also helping them for murder of Reena.
My company is just to repeat the question. What we are trying to submit, if we understand correctly, is normally a confession is not admissible as submitted by the accused. But if as per the confession, the articles are found. If in the confession he says I've hidden the knife there and the knife is found there, then the confession becomes admissible. Is that what you're trying to submit?
No, sir. Actually,
No. Yeah, if you continue.
Actually, Section 27 provides that when information or confession given by accused is admissible in court of law, but the information should be corroborated to such facts, and the co-accused gives such corroborated evidence. So that confession is admissible in court of law. Actually, I want to say. My second. To support my plea, I want to submit it. Case of Jafar Hussain, Dastagir versus State of Maharashtra. In this case, the Supreme Court has held that in order that this section may apply, the prosecution must establish that the information given by the accused led to the discovery of some fact deposed by him. The discovery must be some fact which the police had not previously learned from the other sources, and that the knowledge of the fact is first derived from information given by the accused. Means the information given by the co-accused is admissible. So the confession, in the confession, co-accused told that Sujay Khanna strangulated death of Reena and Maharani helped him. So Maharani is convicted in this offense. I would like to submit another same case. May I proceed?
Yes.
Champalal versus Shri Gopalji. In a particular case, it is held that where the defendant alleged that the suit property was a public trust property, the plaintiff proceeding, thus it became a fact which was accepted by the defendant and was denied by the plaintiff. The court said that the onus of proving the same was on the defendant. Burden of proof, section 115. I would like to submit. Actually, the co-accused has burden of proof because means he has to prove what he has said.
We are listening.
any particular fact lies on that person who wishes the court to believe in its existence unless it is provided by any law that the proof of that fact shall lie on any particular person. If Honorable Court is satisfied with my first condition and proceed with another condition.
We will not disclose our minds now, you can. That's the normal way the council argue, I know that.
Actually, the confession is the main, so based on all confession of co-accused. This case is based on confession, so that's why I explain only the confession.
What are the evidence? Other evidence you are relying upon? Only the confession?
Yeah, confession and FIR made in the police.
That is okay. What are the other documents whereby this should be convicted? Only the confession you are relying upon or the other material is there?
Other corroborated
Are you
evidence.
admitting any of the material?
All corroborated evidence. Actually, evidence shows that where there is a statement given by co-accused, and that statement is actually means they corroborated to the fact. Actually, that's why that confession is admissible. So the conviction is.
My company is asking you, okay, this is the one of the reason why they are convicted. Number one, confession. Number two, this, I will not say what it is. Number three, this. It's about, if you know of it.
Yeah, guilty mind of Maharani, then mensria and mensria is there. Intention, guilty mind is there. So that's why my second condition is that only. Yeah, proceed.
Only on the basis of the conviction will be given?
Yeah, because section says that. In Evidence Act also, there are sections shows that the whatever the confession given by the accused or co-accused, also accomplice is the maybe we can say accomplice is the co-accused can give information and his confession can be admissible if it is corroborated.
But the information given by the accomplice is a confession.
No, he gave confession and that is answer. He is the co-accused.
Information given by the accomplice amounts to confession.
Confession. Means he gives statement
Okay.
that is recorded in it. Second condition is
Your Honor, if the Lordship is satisfied with first condition, may I proceed with second condition? Second condition is that whether or not all accused are guilty of imposed charges. So, it is humbly requested that all the three above accused is charged with the following sections, that is section 302, 120B, 364 and 107 of IPC. It is humbly submitted that for the sake of brevity, the following contention is divided into sub-contention. Guilt of the three accused under section 302 of IPC. In order to prove the guilt of all the three accused, it is important to consider the circumstantial evidence and the FIR, which is admissible as evidence which has been proved in the above contention 1. Placing the accused in the scene of crime, as we are presuming.
Council, your memo says also 465 IPC. How does that come in? The appellants have alleged that there is 465 charge also. Are you okay with it? In the appellant's memo, they are saying charge of 465 also is level.
We are mentioning our sections. So we are presuming placing the accused in the scene of crime, as it is proved in the above condition 1 that the FIR and the statement of the accused Brahmware 5 is admissible as evidence. The part of the FIR which states the date of the occurrence and which places all the three accused in the scene of crime. As per the confession of the accused Brahmware 5, the evidence in this part is admissible in court of law, as it is distinctly led to the discovery of the fact that Suresh Anna was present in Mumbai at the time of incident, which could be further proved by the evidence, which is recovered from the registry of the Hotel Blue Hilton. And and as it can be corroborated by other evidence, that is check out date and time of Sujay Tanna from Hotel New Hilltop on 25th April 2012. The above statement distinctly leads to the discovery of the facts that the presence of all the three accused in Mumbai at the time of incident happened. So here, if we presume the incident,
So if the statement leads to discovery of facts, then it is admissible? It is up to you to answer.
Actually, the case is open after the
So
confession.
you answer my question. Don't go round and round.
Pardon, sir.
Question is very clear. Something is discovered as per the statement, then does that statement become admissible?
He had discovered, so that's.
Yes, under provision of section 29. Okay, continue.
Section 27.
so we are presuming that if the state of the body of Reena in which it was discovered is exactly same as in the manner which Ramgarh Pai described in the part of the confession. So after the body was completely burned, the accused returned to Mumbai and Sujay Tanna later left Mumbai. If as described by Ramgarh Pai, the manner of killing of Reena was not